Alright, so I wanted to make a video to show what I do, what I do to prep tiles before I pour on them for coasters. These are just 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 or 4 by 4 ceramic tiles that you can get at Home Depot, Lowe's. I got these at Menards, which is a store here in Minnesota. But this is what I do to prep my tiles for making coasters. First on the back, it's not coated with any of the glaze that's on the front, obviously. And what I do is I put the date, today's date or whatever date you're using, and I think today is the 13th, could be off by a day, not sure. And I do this because I want to know when I should, or when it'll be ready to put your finish on there, whatever you're using as the top coat, whether it's resin. I use VHT engine enamel. It's a high heat, good for 550 degrees after you cure it in an oven. And I will make another video when I have some other coasters that are ready, so you can see how I cure that. But you wait about 2 to 3 weeks before you can put that coat on here, so that's why I date them, so I know which one is up next. I've got a couple of sets that will be ready to go in 2 weeks, and then a week after that I have some more, and then a week after that I have some more, and then the set will be the next week. Okay, next, what I do is I use frog tape. That's just my personal choice. It's just the painter's tape. This is the one that I've seen, or that works well for me, either canvases or the back of the coasters, just to keep the paint from dripping onto the back here. And the green frog tape I have had the best results from. I've used the yellow frog tape. It's really thin, doesn't work very well. But what I do is I just tape the back of those. All right, so my method for taping these, you can use the scissors, which I have, if you want to. If you want to clean up the edge, you can do that. I've used it to cut the tape. But I put the tiles at the edge of my table. This is just what I do. You might find a different way to do it, or you might want to use this version. And I just line the edge up with the back edge as much as I can, and then I try to line this edge right here to the top of the tile. Sometimes it doesn't always work the first time. Put it down, and now that it's on the edge, just pull, and there you go. And then I just continue to do that on all of them. Usually use about 3 strips of tape, and then you make sure you go back that you got all of the tape down so no paint gets underneath. And that's what I do for this one. And you can see I've got kind of like an edge here, and I'll just take my scissors at that point, cut that off, and so now I've got that much, and then I will just put it on there. And then we will continue on with the other 3, and I won't make you watch all of it, but that's what I do. All right, so there you go. You got 4 coasters ready to go, taped, and there's just gotta press all the edges down. There is one more step that I will show you, and that is just to prep the surface now. And I'll show you what that is here when we come back. All right, what I use is a multi-surface cleaner. It doesn't matter which one. This is just the one we have at the house. Spray that on a paper towel. And what I'm gonna do now is just wipe it clean to make sure I get all of the fingerprints off of it. I don't really want to give the paint an excuse not to stick. And that is my final step. And that is how I prepare tiles to pour coasters. And now what I'll do is I will mix my paint and decide how I want to pour them, which is always the trick. Right after they dry a little bit. And then they'll be good to go in 3 weeks to finish. And like I said, I'll have another video in a couple weeks on how to finish a tile. So if you subscribe to the Mike's Paint Studio on Facebook, you will see that in a couple weeks. Thank you very much.